Right now, the federal government has about $4 billion sitting in a fund built for exactly one purpose: helping people pay their heating and cooling bills. That money gets sent out to every state in the country every single year. And yet, program after program built to lower what seniors pay each month sits underused, not because people don't qualify, but because almost nobody tells them the program exists, let alone that they already meet the income line. Only about 1 in 5 households who qualify for one of these programs ever actually receives it. 4 out of 5 just keep paying full price. I want to be exact about the word in this title, because automatically is doing a lot of work, and I don't want to oversell it. None of these 5 discounts drop onto your bill because you turned 65, or because a computer somewhere flagged your account. What automatically qualify means is that if your income falls under a fairly generous line, the program is already sitting there, with your name effectively on it. Nobody has to approve anything special about your case. The only step left is the one step nobody takes, which is asking for it by name. And this year matters for one of these specifically. A federal program that used to help people with water and sewer bills ran out of money and stopped taking new applications back in 2024. If you heard about that one a while ago and figured water assistance was simply gone now, several states and cities quietly built their own local versions to fill the gap. And those are newer and far less well known than the program they replaced. By the end of this, you'll know 5 separate bills that can shrink, 5 different offices that each one lives in, and the one sentence that gets you in the door for every single one of them. Number 1, the heating and cooling bill. This is the biggest one and the one most people have vaguely heard of under one name or another: LIHEAP, or in some states, HEAP, or the Fuel Assistance Program. Same program, different label depending on where you live. If your household income falls at or below 150% of the federal poverty line, or 60% of your state's median income, whichever number is higher, you're in range. Typical benefits run from around $400 to $1,500 a year, paid directly to your gas, electric, or oil company on your behalf, plus separate emergency money if your service is about to be shut off or your furnace breaks in the middle of winter. Here's the detail that matters for anyone over 60. Seniors get priority when funding is limited, and most local agencies will take your application over the phone or by mail, specifically so you don't have to travel in to file it. You apply through your local community action agency or area agency on aging, not through your utility company directly. And that mismatch alone is why a lot of eligible seniors never think to look there. Number 2, the bill that shrinks and stays shrunk. Once you're found eligible for the heating and cooling program, you're very often automatically referred into a second one called the Weatherization Assistance Program. And this one works completely differently. Instead of a check that covers one season, crews come out and seal drafts, add insulation, and repair or replace an inefficient furnace or air conditioner, all at no cost to you. The heating and cooling program pays for one winter. This one lowers what every winter costs from here on out, sometimes by a meaningful percentage of the whole bill, for as long as you live in the home. The mistake people make is treating these as the same program and assuming that if they already got a one-time energy payment once, there's nothing more to ask for. Weatherization is a completely separate line item, and if nobody specifically mentioned it to you, there's a real chance you were never referred. Number 3, the phone and internet bill. There's a federal program called Lifeline that knocks up to $9.25 off your monthly internet bill, or $5.25 off a basic voice-only line every single month for as long as you keep qualifying. It isn't tied to your age at all. It's tied to income, at or below 135% of the federal poverty line. And here's the part that makes this one almost effortless. If you're already approved for LIHEAP or Medicaid or SNAP or SSI, you are automatically eligible for Lifeline too. No separate financial proof required. And yet only about 1 in 5 people who qualify ever signs up. A discount that small sounds easy to shrug off, but multiplied across every month you'll ever pay a phone or internet bill again, shrugging it off is exactly what 4 out of 5 eligible people are doing right now. Number 4, the rate your utility company never puts on the bill itself. Beyond the federal programs, most electric, gas, and water utilities run their own separate low-income or hardship rate, sometimes called a discount rate, sometimes a percentage of income plan that caps what you owe at a fixed share of your household income, no matter what the actual usage was. A few states literally cap your bill this way by law. The frustrating part, stated plainly by people who track these programs professionally, is that a lot of utilities simply do not advertise this prominently. It rarely shows up on the bill itself or in the mailer that comes with it. The way you find out is calling the customer service number on your own bill and asking, specifically, do you have a low-income rate, a discount program, or a payment cap based on income? Not can you help me with my bill, which gets you a payment plan. The specific phrase gets you the program. Number 5, the water bill and the program that quietly changed addresses. For a few years, there was a federal program that helped pay water and sewer bills the same way LIHEAP helps with energy, but it ran out of funding and stopped accepting new applications back in 2024. If that's the last thing you heard about water bill help, you'd reasonably assume there's nothing left. In its place, a growing number of states and individual cities have quietly built their own water assistance programs, sometimes run by the state, sometimes by the water utility itself, sometimes through the same community action agency that handles your energy assistance. These are newer, smaller, and far less publicized than the federal version was, which means the people most likely to know about them are the ones who happen to ask their water provider directly instead of assuming the door already closed. Now notice what every single one of these 5 has in common, because it's the same thing every time. Not one of them is triggered by your birthday. Not one of them gets flagged by an algorithm that notices your income dropped. Every single one requires you to say a specific name out loud to a specific office. LIHEAP to your community action agency, weatherization as its own separate ask, Lifeline to your phone or internet provider, a discount rate to your utility's customer service line, and water assistance to your water provider directly since the old federal front door closed. None of these are hidden behind complicated rules. They're hidden behind the fact that 4 different offices each hold one piece, and nobody's job is to walk you through all 4. So here's the one thing I'd actually do this week. Call 211, the same 3 digits everywhere in the country, and just say, you want help with your utility bills. That single call routes you toward LIHEAP, weatherization, and often the local water and discount rate programs all at once, and it costs you nothing but the time to dial it. If you already know your income qualifies for LIHEAP, add one more sentence to that same call. Ask whether you're automatically eligible for Lifeline too. 1 phone call, 4 programs, and the only thing standing between you and all of them was never eligibility. It was just never asking. And if you know someone paying full price on their heating bill, their phone bill, and their water bill every single month, someone who assumes none of this applies to them because nobody ever laid it out in one place, send them this today. Every one of these programs was sitting there the whole time. All it ever needed was the right sentence, said to the right office. Thank you for watching.